What's up, guys? Welcome to or welcome back to the vlog. So today we are going to do a quick bedroom refresh. We just finished out Tim's office, which was a big project. So I wanted to take a couple of weeks to kind of do some small stuff around the house because we're getting ready to go into the media room, and it's also going to be a big project. So I didn't really want to stress out today with wood and paint and all that good stuff. So I figured, why not start in the bedroom since you've been avoiding it like it did something to you. So today we're going to finally decorate the bedroom. I've done a couple of small things in here. I've installed a fireplace, which we'll talk about that when we get to the fireplace part of the room. But bedding has been something. I am a real sheet snob, and Quince reached out and they wanted to send some sheets and a bedspread. And I was already a Quince customer and absolutely loved them. And my intent was to go and purchase some more sheets. So it was perfect timing. So I was like, you know what? Let me grab some stuff from Quince real quick. I've been on the fence about whether or not I want this space to be on the moody side or if I want to kind of keep it light. So I was like, well, let's add some colorful bedding in the room and see if that deepens it any bit, gives me any more of the mood that I'm looking for, because I've always had a white room up until recent. So I'm gonna show you how I add those layers to the bed to kind of transition it from being a winter bedding to being now spring. I'm in Texas, so that transition is important. And then I just added some stuff in here to liven it up a little bit. I literally have not done much in this bedroom since I installed the fireplace as far as like pulling the space together. So I was so excited that I completed Tim's room. I was like, you know what? I don't have to wait on the project that is inevitable, that is going to come in the bedroom with wall treatments and stuff like that. I could at least go in there and make it cozy, especially around this time of year, because we are directly on the backyard, and it creates such a beautiful vibe. You'll see it when I do the reveal. Like, why not just go in here and decorate real quick and at least, you know, cozy up the place a little bit so you'll enjoy it for more than just going to sleep. So today is the day. I'm done stalling. We're gonna get that done, add a little color in the bedding, see if I like it. There are some areas in here that I think I can add some contrast to kind of bring the mood in without having to do a full paint, but who knows? Y'all know how I am. I say that today, and then tomorrow I'll be in here with 5-gallon paint buckets. But if you're into that type of thing, be sure to stick around. It's going to be a pretty cool transition. I'm pleased with the progress so far. We're not done. There's still a couple of things that I want to do before I call this space done for now. And I'll probably knock those out this week and give you a quick update before and talk about what the plans are for the media room. But without further ado, let's hop into today's video. I thought it would be fitting that before we start transforming the space, I kind of show you where we are. So this is the current state of the primary bedroom. This is how we live, y'all. As you can see, my nightstand got a whole lot going on over there. Tim cleaned his up. He usually has a lot going on over here. But this is how it's looked for the past year. Oh, I did come in and DIY this fireplace. We're going to completely do that over. We'll talk about that in today's video. My kids' socks, like, this is how we live, y'all. This is how we live, which is nothing wrong with it. I've just been busy. But with all of that work that I did in Tim's office, like, I realized that instead of me waiting to figure out what project I'm gonna do in this space, that I was gonna go ahead and decorate, because I won't get to a project in this space probably until after the summertime. Like, we're gonna do Tim's office. We gotta get the living room together. I gotta get the patios and stuff together like that. So I really won't have time to get in here and do any major projects, but I don't want to go through another spring, summer season like this. So Today, we are going to completely transform this space into what you saw earlier. It's going to be a good time. So all of this stuff that is here in my bathroom, it's a bathroom full of stuff. I went shopping. I had a good time. There's more over there. All of that is going to come into play here. So what I am going to do, just like we did for Timothy's office, I'm going to go ahead and decorate. And then at the end, I'll come back, take you space by space, kind of tell you my thought process, show you the pieces up close. Per usual, anything you see that I can link to will be linked either in my LTK or my Amazon storefront down below. But yeah, we got a lot to do. So I'm thinking this artwork is going to change. So I think starting with the artwork up there is probably going to be a good idea because we're going to do artwork here. I've got mirrors to go behind here. We got artwork of like, it's a whole bunch of things. So I think we're going to start here with everything. But like I said, we'll just decorate. And then at the end, we'll come back, kind of do a reveal, talk about why I did what I did. It's going to look so different, y'all. I'm so excited. Like I had stuff in place and I was like, okay, yes, this is the bedroom. This is the bedroom. This is the bedroom that I need. Okay, here we go. Let's get started.
So casually keep diving into concrete. So bittersweet. Huh? Keep losing sleep while driving in the backseat. What's left of me? Drowning in what feels just like an ocean. Negativity is getting closer. Hard to keep the heat when it gets colder, you know. Sometimes everything just gets hard. Sometimes everything just gets harder. Feeling like I'm missing some parts. Days just keep on getting much darker. Even when I'm down in the lower, I remember what you were saying. Sometimes all you need is a spark. And maybe just a better kind of bitter. Lose gravity, I'm swimming in the quicksand. Up to my knees. Keep losing sleep, I'm manic dream at midnight. So hard to please. Drowning in what feels just like an ocean. Negativity is getting closer. Hard to keep the heat when it gets colder, you know. Sometimes everything gets hard. Sometimes it gets harder. Feeling like I'm
Ooh, that's pretty. I'm loving this already.
even when I'm down in the lower, I remember what you were saying.
So let me just give you up close. Do you see this? Can you see that on camera? So we're gonna be fancy today. We're gonna lay these sheets out. We're gonna steam them. It's gonna be a good time. I love them because of these deep pockets. My mattress is what, 14 inches, I believe? And this has extra after you get them on, which is amazing. They don't come off the corners. And I love that. Oh my goodness.
How I'd rather do that instead. I keep screaming out loud from the top of my lungs, baby. Ooh, think about the stuff we planned. How I'd rather do that instead.
So while we're making the bed, let me tell you about our video sponsor for today, who is Quince. Now, Quince was kind enough to send out this beautiful set of bamboo sheets as well as a quilt set for me to have. But honestly, I was already a Quince customer. The sheets that were on the bed right before we did this were actually Quince sheets, and I love their bamboo sheets. Now, I first heard of Quince over on Instagram. I would see them all the time. They always hit you with this ad that talks about the luxury brands at the quality prices. And from what I have experienced from their sheets, they are absolutely correct. And what I love about them is the color range that they come in. So I am not necessarily a white sheet girl. I always like either a neutral sheet or something that's colored neutral. So gray, green, something like that. So when I found them and I saw that they had the color palettes that kind of suited my style, I was really, really excited. So when they reached out and said, hey, can we send you something to try? I was like, for sure. I've already tried it. I trust you guys already. Send it over. One of the things that I love about their bedding is that it is deep mattress friendly. Okay. So I have a really thick mattress. I want to say this mattress is about 18 inches and there is no problem with the sheet fitting the mattress and having some hangover, which I really enjoy because I like to make a really tight bed. Believe it or not, I do this every day. So when I make the bed, I like it to look like, it's really like hotelish, if that's the case. And I like to be able to tuck my sheets. And I've had some, sheets that felt good, but the pockets weren't deep enough. They didn't go far enough around the mattress, which is one of the things that I really, really, really love about Quince. I also love that they have a variety, like a large variety. It's almost like shopping at a retail store for bedding, but online. So you have anything from like bamboo to linen to European cotton, and they come at really nice prices, which is something that with bedding, it could get really, really pricing. So I was glad to be able to get some additional sheet sets for my primary bedroom. And I was able to get you guys a 10% savings off of your first purchase if you were to go over and purchase with Quince yourself. So I have tried them. I've been sleeping on them for months, long before they ever sent over the sheet set. And I can guarantee you that it's the coziest. The bamboo sheets feel like butter. I sleep warm, so I need something that's lightweight, but also feels silky on my skin. And that is exactly what I get. And this particular quilt set is lightweight enough for me to transition into the spring, where it's not too heavy and I can rotate it with the green velvet one that I already have, and it's going to be fabulous. So I'm simplifying my bed. Actually, these pillows I'm putting on here just to see what they look like, but at the end you'll see that we took all of those off to go with the much more casual look. But I'm really thankful for them, and I think that you guys should go check them out if you're in the market for like bedding, because you will not be disappointed. So let's enjoy the rest of the decorations. We'll be back in a sec. That is high. What the Excuse my language. Where's my tape measure? I got to bring this dang on thing down. Now I got 2 holes in the wall. Who did that? How I measure like that? OMG. Okay, that's fixed. I don't know what I was thinking. That's crazy. All that measuring, and that thing was still too high. Child, me and my math. All right, so now that everything that we're gonna do today is in place, let's start talking through what my thought process was and like what is probably my favorite silhouette in the room right now. So you'll be surprised to know that forever, including up until recently, probably up until a few weeks before I decided that I was gonna come in here, I did not want this dresser in here. Because I had built the fireplace, I am a person that in the bedroom, I don't like a lot of stuff. Like I don't want a whole lot of stuff going on. I like it open. I'm more minimal in here than I am in the rest of the house. And I just felt like the dresser being here was going to take up too much space. But the reality is it takes up the space that it needs to take up in order to kind of complete the room. I had also been on the fence about this furniture because we have had it since 2017. This was a part of a bedroom set that we purchased when we purchased our very first home, and it's moved with us. So when I came in here, because of, the nature of this house, I was like, oh, I want new bedroom furniture, which is also why it's taken me so long to come in here. But the reality is, it's taken me a little while to buy new bedroom furniture because the honest truth is I really just want new nightstands. And honestly, I'm probably not going to get those anytime soon either, unless I just find something that I am drop dead in love with, because the height on this, you see this, is what I love. It's 9 drawers. It has the space that Tim and I need. Originally, I was going to put this in the closet and kind of build the closet around it, but it's okay where it is because I still haven't figured out what the other plans would be for this space should I decide that I don't want it here anymore. So all I did was to make this space kind of pop. I just found some artwork, which I think is absolutely beautiful. I didn't want print. I wanted something with some texture to pull in some other stuff into the space, especially considering I got a really big, obnoxious piece of artwork over the bed. I didn't want like a whole bunch of pictures in here. So I decided to get something with some texture, which is absolutely gorgeous. A lot of this stuff that you'll see in here, I already had. I did a really big shop my home, but I also went out and found some pieces just to kind of bring stuff to life as well. This I already had. I brought this actually out of our bathroom. And when we do a quick spring refresh on the bathroom, I'll show you the difference. I'm an orchid whisperer. I had a whole orchid like over winter for me here in the house, and she's growing out and about to bloom. So I was like, why not double down on that? Because I love a good orchid, a real one. And I created an arrangement. I'll show you that at another time, but just added a tray. This spray, I don't know, y'all remember Luxurious Ambiance? She sent us a couple of candles. This stuff right here, like her candles, her room sprays, I've had this since the very first time she sent it when we moved in, and this stuff smells divine. I'm talking walking into luxury department store in their bedding area. It is absolutely amazing. I haven't received anything from her in a little while. This is totally not sponsored by her, but if y'all looking for a real good black-owned candle maker, y'all need to go check her out. because this is the truth. And I try to have as much of the product that she sent to me on hand. I actually am going to go and look and see what candles she has so I can order some, because she will have you smelling like you walking through Nordstrom's. It feels amazing. Little box here just for decoration. Now, this right here, this is a candle holder, and I found this at Living Spaces. Now, believe it or not, Living Spaces, y'all have heard me talk about them before. I've got a piece in the living room from them. They sell really nice, like contemporary textured accessories. So I went in there to check out some stuff because we're going to be working on Tim's office. And I was like, let me go see what they have as far as couches are concerned. And I found this. And the effect that I want to have here is I'm going to get one of those huge, like battery operated LED candles and stick it in here, or a pillar of them, 3 of them, and stick it in here and give kind of like that tabletop, what's the word I'm looking for? That tabletop, give me the word, fire pit look that everybody's going crazy about. I am so nervous to bring those in the house. I don't know why I burn candles, but it's just something about it. So to get the effect without having the actual fire pit in the house, I'm probably going to just stack 3 candles in there, battery operated, and let them go so that we can bring some light to this wall. Like, I don't know if you notice in like hotels and stuff like that, every wall, like every vignette in a room is going to have lighting on it. So this wall needs lighting, and I think that lighting is going to come through this. And if I don't like that, then I'll add a picture light up on the top. So yeah, I actually like this. This is probably the closest to what's done right now. Just put the candles in, and I'm just going to keep it real simple like that and call it a day. So let me show you the nightstands. So this is my side of the bed, and adding the mirror back here, I think y'all see how shadowy it is in the room. Like, I intentionally have not added any additional lighting. I haven't done any of that. I'm doing this with the shadows and all because this is the daylight in the morning. We're recording, it's like 10 o'clock in the morning, and this is a north facing room. So because there's such harsh shadows on this wall, just like in Tim's office, add a mirror, right? And in this case, I added 2. So I've always really loved that RH look with the mirror behind the nightstand. So I actually found these mirrors, and I'll link to them at a really good price, like really good. They're arched. The bottoms are kind of rectangular, like curved rectangular, but I thought it was nice because they're 72 inches, which meant I could take it all the way down behind the dresser, which gives the illusion that the mirror is going all the way down to the wall, to the floor, but it's not. It's just behind the dresser because I have it like 3/4 of the way up the artwork. Now, this is my attempt at adding some spring color into the room. And I actually really like the arrangement. I even really like this silhouette, but these colors, I think, are too fluorescent for what I have going on in here. So one of 2 things are going to happen. One, I'm going to leave it and live with it. I haven't decided which one of those I'm going to do. Or 2, I'm going to go and change these really bright fluorescent hydrangea out for a softer like rose until my flowers outside begin to bloom, and then I'll bring in flower arrangements. I got roses on top of roses on top of roses, and I got plans for them this season. So depending on how outside goes, this will be a place for fresh floral arrangements. My intent is to have a big, tall cylinder glass and wrap it with like some big leaves. So if the stems don't go all the way down to the bottom, you won't be able to see it. But have some really pretty floral arrangements here that can last for a couple of days. I like. I have had these lamps for a little while. Now, one of the ideas that I have in the mini mood boards that I have, of course, is to have a nice wall covered in wallpaper, like a really nice, deep, moody wallpaper. And then up top in this piece that kind of, I can't even think of the word. It slants up to go to the roof, the pitch right here, to have lighting come down and kind of hang out just right here by the bed. So for that reason, because technically these lamps are okay, they are almost the same height as the bed, I decided to just keep the lamps. I went the cheap route. I got new lampshades. They are already annoying because they don't have the finial thing, but I'm gonna suffer through it because I feel like now that I've decorated in here, I can go ahead and make up my mind on what I want from all of the mood boards that I have, because I've taken a little bit from all of them and determine what goes, what stays. And I'm really interested in hanging like a ceiling pendant from here just on the side. The nightstands need some help, y'all. So I think I'm just going to paint the top of them this brown color until I can figure out what to do with them, just to clean them up, make them nice. But again, simplicity is the name of the game. I can put my phones and stuff in the drawers to charge overnight. And yeah, that's it. Just nothing fancy, just enough to make it cute, but simple enough to keep it from not being busy as well. As you can see, I can see myself in this mirror, so it's double duty. I like this space. Likewise, on Tim's side, we didn't do much over there either. He's a guy, so I've been doing all I can to try to keep myself. Here, let me see if I could just zoom in. And I'll get some up close shots. So I've been doing all I can to keep myself from being extra frilly on his side. I really do want, though, like a vining plant to go down here. Y'all know the room ain't done until there's plants all over the place. So I think I'm going to sit something that will vine over here just to kind of fall into this bird of paradise. It's a little more shadowy in here now than what it's going to be as the day goes on. Once 1 o'clock comes, the sun is in here, child, and this bird of paradise and all the plants that I have in here will, they will get a little bit more light. So I want to have something that kind of trails over, just because this is semi a plant room too. I'm gonna turn the camera around and see if I can capture this seating area. The light is behind us, but I want to show you outside too, because I put this seating area here. Let me turn it around and then we'll chat. So I'm gonna have to do a voiceover over here by the seating area because the light is just too bright. So over here, it was important for me to be able to have somewhere to sit as the night ends. Now these chairs I got from Target. If you will remember in first moved in dining room times, these were the chairs that were at the edge of the dining room. Well, we have since updated the dining room. I hadn't told you about that. Maybe we'll talk about that next week. We have since done some updates in the dining room, and I needed somewhere for these to go. These chairs are not going to stay. They're too small. They were too small as in chairs on the dining chairs. I got them from Target. For smaller spaces, maybe, but it's just not. It suffices for now because they do match the material on the bed, but from a seating and comfortability standpoint, they are not it. But they do provide a really nice little silhouette to look out there. Let me see if I can turn this ISO down a little bit so you can see outside. So the goal has always been to have somewhere to sit right here, and then while I'm sitting, be able to enjoy outside in all of its glory. So let me see if I can get that. So over there, is a very bright flower bed. You can't see it right now. The magnolia tree is the only thing coming out of dormancy, but that's full of really pretty pink and raspberry colored. Oh, it's just heaven. And I enjoy sitting in my bed to look at it. And then also this deck, it's just, oh, it's heavenly. So right here tomorrow, this will be completely different. We're going to build a raised bed to the level of that deck. We'll have two climbing roses there with some hydrangea, some herbs and stuff right off of there. So it's just pretty. It's pretty to look at. The green space is pretty to adore. So these chairs, I needed to be here as a seating area, and we just moved that there, and I actually like it. So what I'm hoping is to find some chairs next month at High Point when I go that I'll actually enjoy and bring those in to replace those out, and then I might send those upstairs to the kids' lifestyle room or maybe add them to the little girl's room. I don't know, but that's the goal there. Again, to bring in color from the bed, from the wall. I just got some olive pillows that are sitting there just to bring some contrast. I like it. It's still really cute. I just want bigger chairs over there. We're getting a Dyson. We need an air purifier so bad. So Dyson will go in the corner to replace that tower fan because your girl, I told y'all, I'm the weirdest sleeper ever. But yeah, that's the seating area. I like it. And it does what it's supposed to do. In terms of the fireplace area, this area still needs work and I have to work on it a lot. So initially when I installed the fireplace, I did a Venetian plaster on it and I don't like it. I don't like it. It's chipping in some places. I needed to tape. I think the time that I was doing this DIY project, that might have been around a time where we had some stuff going on with one of our kids and stress and trying to do this. I didn't do it right. So I am actually going to redo this completely, but it won't be until the summertime because this is going to be a big project too. And once we get finished with the media room, I want to decorate the living room, put some more furniture in there, and then I want to go get like the patio spaces and stuff like that done. So once we're done with that, then I'll come in and redo this. So unfortunately, this is not going to be as nice as the rest of everything else just because I'm gonna have to make it work. But what I am gonna do in the meantime, what my plans are for this fireplace, I'm gonna take it completely down. I did not pull out the carpet when I initially installed it. So I'm actually gonna take the carpet out and we're gonna build like a layered fireplace. So we'll have the bottom layer, of course, that will be the actual fireplace, and we're going to go all the way up to the ceiling. Now, one of the things that kept me from doing that in the beginning is I was trying to figure out how to deal with that vault, and I think I've done enough research to understand how to deal with that peak and how to close it off. And I think that's the direction that I want to go. Love the concept of the fireplace. I still use it, but I think to clean it up and to make it more cohesive with what my long-term vision is for this space, we're gonna redo it. And then when we redo it, it'll be at that time where I'll decide what the paint color is going to be in here because I want to do wallpaper behind the bed. So I have the palette for the entire house. I'm still working through finding the wallpaper that I love that speaks high-end luxury hotel and then the complementary color for the rest of the walls. And it'll be at that time that I'll determine what that's going to look like. whether I'm going to paint it or plaster it the right way again. In the meantime, though, however, I didn't have everything that I needed to accessorize for up here. So right now I just got some stuff up here. I've got this plant tower, and I'm actually going to bring, as a matter of fact, one second, let me go grab it, and I'm going to sit it here, and then we'll see how it looks together. So I've got this rubber plant, and I'm trying not to over consume the space with plants, right? But I kind of can't help it because it's my MO. Before we moved to this house, I gave away so many plants and had to get rid of some. I had over 100 house plants. Now my goal with decorating with plants is to always make them feel natural to the space. So I never, ever, 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 ever want to have so many plants where it looks, overconsumed. But I do like to have them feel natural to the space so that, plants are air purifying and they're pretty to look at. And this particular room is one of the few rooms in the house that is conducive to good plant light, even though we are north facing. We're actually, north facing, but the sun comes in from the west. So I have this rubber plant here that I have had inside, and I have been struggling to get her to grow. I had her in the bathroom. I have yet to get any new growth off of this. So I was thinking, and it's a ficus, I know it needs a lot more light, but I'm thinking that I'm going to sit her here because I do want something to grow up tall on this wall, even after the fireplace is done. So I think to start, originally I was going to do the plant stand. So it's either going to be this rubber plant, and if I don't do her in here, I might take her back to the living room. It's just where I had her in the living room, it was too dark. She needs like a lot of light. Worst case, she'll make it to the guest room because that is a south facing room and it gets a lot of light. But let me put this plant stand. I got this plant stand because I was like, well, if I can't get a plant to grow right there real big, I can get something like this, put it on a stand now. Let me see what you can see. Can you see this struggle bus? Let me turn you just a little bit. So, funny story. I am a plant mom, I promise. But this ZZ plant is struggling, child. She was reaching for light. I had her in my office, and ZZs are supposed to be low light tolerant, all that good stuff. I had her in my office. Ooh, that looks good right there. I might keep it right there. I had this in my office, and I was pushing the limits, but she's growing back. But I brought her in here so she could get the light that is in here and kind of recover. So what I'm thinking, now that I have this rubber tree right here, what I'm thinking is that she may sit right there, and then I'll just leave this here. This is, what is this? This is Little Swiss. It's a Monstera Addisoni. And I've always wanted one. Been really pressed to get my hands on one. The nursery that usually sells like all of the exotic houseplants out here that I can get my hands on, they got exotic prices too. So I actually found this at Lowe's for a really good price. So I went ahead and picked it up to see what I can do with it. I'm hoping the light is bright enough. If not, I'll move her to the bathroom and let her grow. But so we got plants. We got nice decor. Oh, the bed, duh. Let's look at the bed real quick. So the bedding on the bed, first of all, Quince, hands down. Y'all heard me talking about them when we were making up the bed. 10 out of 10 recommend. As you can see, I took off all of those additional, those additional throw pillows, and we really casualed out the space. One of the things that I'm going to work on, and I'm going to go back to Quince's site to find this is I'm hoping they have like a white linen duvet cover that I can throw down here, because I'm okay. Even though the rest of the room is like creams and stuff like this, the white doesn't look bad to me. So I think I want to do linen so that it has a little more texture, or I'm gonna go and see what else they have in kind of like this natural color, because sleeping on it, this is light enough to be the cover for the night, or this is light enough to be the cover for the night. So I can flip-flop the layers on it and be totally okay with it. This coverlet is strictly for decoration. I got to figure out what I'm doing with my life here. But from adding mood to the bedroom space, it adds contrast, but I don't think it necessarily adds much mood. So here are some of my thoughts and what I'm thinking I'm gonna do to actually add the mood to the space. In here, one of the ways that I think I'm going to add contrast to the space to add a little mood, and I'm probably going to go real dark because this window behind me, is I'm going to probably paint these window sills black. And I think I'm going to paint every window sill in my house black, as well as the doors. The doors will go black. Kind of hesitant, if I could be honest. Let me back up. Kind of hesitant on doing that right now. Black window sills, fine. That can go right now. Black doors, I don't know. I don't know yet. It's been a thought in my mind. But that is really contrasty, and I don't know if I am ready for that level of contrast, even though I like moody rooms. I know that sounds crazy. I do want to paint the doors though, because just dirt. But I don't know if I'm going to paint the doors yet, but I am going to tackle these window sills. Now, when I'm going to do that will likely be at the same time that I come back and do the fireplace, but I think that is definitely something that is a big for the entire house. All of the trim on the inside windows will eventually be black, and I'm probably going to hire that job out because 23-foot ceilings, foot windows in my living room, I ain't getting up there. So yeah, but as far as the space now, I am happy. This feels like a bedroom that I can unwind in. You saw the vibes at night. Like last year, we realized that I had done that, and that was accidental. My primary goal for this room, especially in the sitting area, was to be able to sit, have a drink of coffee, look out the window at all of the beautiful garden that I am installing at a time like now during the day. Like if I turn you around, you can see, and I'll get some B-roll of it. If I turn you around, you can see the magnolia tree coming out of dormancy. That bed in itself is one of the most vibrant flower beds that I have in my yard so far. We've got roses and hydrangeas and herbs and clematis, all types of stuff being installed right here within my sight lines. So this entire side of the yard is decked out with either veggie beds, or will be decked out with either veggie beds or flower beds. And my goal was to be able to sit in bed on a Saturday morning, or sit in the sitting area on a Saturday morning, drink a little coffee, watch TV if I wanted, but look out at the sights that I'm creating, especially on the days where it's too hot to go out there. So I really want this space. Ultimately, the ultimate goal is to be just like real lush, real plush. Like this is the one space in the house that, you know, Tim don't care. He just want to go to sleep, you know, and do what husbands do. So he don't really care what the bedroom look like. But for me, it's a whole sweet experience. So from the bathroom to the bedroom to the closet, I really just want it to be woo. And putting the yes, that's what we're doing has been a struggle. But now that I've got some decoration in place, I can enjoy it until I get to the place where I'm ready to tackle that, which will likely be after the first floor of the house is done. So yeah, so that's the bedroom so far. I really like it. You know, we're gonna ignore the fireplace for now, but everything has really, you know, I did pretty good, I think. And it's cozy, it's springy, and I think this is gonna be a place where I can really enjoy that goal until I come in here and do the big stuff that I wanna do. So what are your thoughts? What do you think? I'd love to hear them. Are you working on a spring refresh in your bedroom? I'd love to know. Drop down in the comments. Do you think I should leave that spring flower? It's so pretty, y'all. It's so pretty. It might just stay. I don't know. It might just say. It's gorgeous though. But anyways, that's it for today's video. Next week we'll probably come back, do a quick refresh in either the bathroom. I really gotta tell you, because this theater room is about to be good, just like Tim's office was. But yeah, they're coming, not this week, but next week. So it won't be next week's video. They're coming to move the speakers. Child. So we got a lot of repair work that we're gonna have to do in there before I can get to the projects, but that's gonna be good. So next week we'll do something like, don't know what that's gonna look like yet, but for now, thanks for watching to the end. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe before you go. We've got a bunch of garden projects that are coming up. So if you're into like outdoor living, stuff like that, be sure to subscribe to my garden channel, Gardenscapes by Kay. Head over to the website at homewithkay.com. Sign up for the newsletter to get the deals. Go check Quince out. Their stuff sells out fast. So you want to go now so that if you see something, you don't miss it, okay? And then we'll be back next week with another amazing house update. Talk with you soon. Bye now.